Uh, Today we are going to see 1.3 in about chemistry chapter solid, liquid and gas. So before going into solid, liquid and gas, let's know what is matter. Matter is nothing but anything that occupies space, and matter, everything around us and we humans are matter. So matter is nothing but things that occupy space. And matter exists in three different forms, which are solid, liquid, and gas. So, when, for example, if we take water, it exists in all three states. In solid, it exists in ice. In liquid as water, in gas as water vapor. So when you boil water, when the water reaches its boiling point, which is 100 degrees Celsius, so each and every liquid has a distinct boiling point and a distinct freezing point and a melting point. So water has its boiling point at 100 degrees Celsius. So once the water is heated at 100 degrees Celsius or more than it, it forms, it gets changed into gas, which is water vapor. This is called boiling. So when boiling takes place, when water reaches or any liquid reaches its boiling point, it starts to change into gas. And for solid, you can freeze. So once a liquid gets its or it reaches its freezing point, it gets freeze, which it becomes solid. So for example, if we take water, its freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius. So if we keep it in 0 degrees Celsius, which is our refrigerator, or if it is, refrigerator is not 0 degrees Celsius, but if it be 0 degrees Celsius or below 0 degrees Celsius, our water gets solidified, which is freezing, and it becomes ice cubes. And so liquid, it's water. So if you want to get a solid to liquid, so as usual we'll take example of water. If the water has to become a liquid, or the ice cubes which is in the solid form of water, if it has to become a liquid, it has to melt. So once a liquid reaches its melting point, it changes its form from solid to liquid. And once a liquid reaches its boiling point, it changes its form from liquid to gas. And once the liquid has reached its freezing point, it changes its form from liquid to solid. So solid, liquid and gas are the matter's three typical states. And so solid, let's go to solid. And one more thing I have to tell you, if so normally there are three states of matter. When it comes to plasma, it is as a fourth state of matter. So here they have given, technically speaking, a fourth state of matter called plasma exists, but it does not naturally occur on Earth. So we will omit it from our study here. So what they have given is, when it comes to plasma, it is the fourth state of matter, but it is not naturally occurring on Earth like other three states. So we will omit it from the study here. Omit means like avoiding. So solid. So let's see the characteristics of solid. So solid has a definite shape. It has a definite volume. So for 2D shapes we say area. For 3D shapes such as cubes, cuboid, cone, cylinder, we say it volume. So in maths you have studied volume is equal to, for cuboid it's length breadth, for cuboid it's length breadth into height, for cube it's L square, so like that. And so the particles vibrate in solid around a fixed axis. So particles vibrate around a fixed axis in solid. And if we take mercury, so freezing point of mercury is 39 degrees Celsius, minus 39 degrees Celsius. And so under the minus 39 degree Celsius, if it is in the right pressure conditions, and if it is under minus 39 degrees Celsius, if you observe it correctly, you would see the liquid particles change into solid state. So we have taken mercury as example for solidifying, which is freezing, and water. So now next we will go to liquid. So liquid does not have a definite shape. For example, if you take water, same water, and if you pour it into glass, it is in the shape of the glass. If you pour it into a box, it is in the shape of a box. If you pour it into a very large utensil, it is in the shape of that utensil. So it doesn't have a specific or definite shape. It takes the shape of the place where it is. For example, container, or if you see a lake, so the water is in the shape of the lake. If you see a river, it is in the shape of the river. So it takes up the place, or it takes up the shape of the thing where it is, and it has different volume. So it has volume. We cannot tell that if we take 2 liters of water, and if we pour it into the utensil, and we can't tell it is 3 liters of water. So 2 liters of water will be there everywhere. It will be 2 liters only. And particles are free to move. So in liquid molecules, so molecules are nothing but the atoms combine together to form a molecule. So the molecules of liquid are free to move here and there, but they are still there is a little attraction between them, but it is not attracted like solid. Solid is very tight, but liquid is not so tight, or it is not like so tight or so loose. It is like still there's a little attraction between them. So here, next let's go to, and before going to the next topic, let's see here liquid mercury. So the mercury's melting point, or the boiling point of mercury is the 357 degrees Celsius. So if the mercury attains the 357 degrees Celsius under right conditions, it will change into gas. So if you observe, it will change into gas. So next, gas. So gas does not have a specific shape, no specific volume, no specific no specific volume, no specific shape. Its particles are very loose, that it moves in random motion. So we cannot because of this, if we see, we cannot hold the air, or if we cannot put the air into any box. It will be free to move everywhere. That's why we cannot hold air, and it is very compressible. So it is very compressible. It does not have definite shape and volume, and the particles of the molecules of gas are very free to move here and there. So this is all for today. Today we saw 1.3. In next video we will see 1.4. Hope you like the video. Thank you.